Hello everyone, and welcome to our webinar Challenges Faced in ITIL, COBIT and ISO 27000 application at companies. My name is Tobias Schroeder and I'm Product Marketing Manager here at SoftExpert. In an environment where new business demands stringent industry-specific regulations and risks emerge every day, maximizing the value of intellectual property, managing information risk and security, and assuring compliance through effective enterprise governance of IT have all emerged as mission-critical issues for all size and all industry enterprise worldwide. Several frameworks to support these enterprise challenges emerged some 20 years ago, and while they have evolved and increasingly maintained, they will create value for the enterprise. But do they? Here we found the top business needs for every company that has a strict dependency of technology on their processes, either operational or management processes. So, generate business value from new enterprise investments with a supporting IT investments, achieve operational excellence through application of technology, support business values and results, maintain IT-related risk at an acceptable level, reduce costs of IT service and technology, ensure business and IT collaboration, leading to business user satisfaction with IT engagement and services, and comply with ever-increasing relevant laws, regulation, and policies. If you need to choose one of these to be the main one, it would be probably ensure business and IT collaboration. This is the main challenge on business management. IT process must be a support for business operations and not an obstacle. The management of information technology, IT, proposes to guide and control a group of resources with the aim of achieving a particular goal. This management encompasses several dimensions within an organization, among which may cite human resources, financial resources, and technological resources, as the key dimensions related to IT management. IT management in organization is recent. Some companies have already used widespread IT management methodologies. Others have used their own methodologies, and many organizations still do not have structured the management of the information technology. To begin, it's important to remember some conceptual foundations. Information technology can be regarded generally as a collection of information resources of an organization, its users and its management, including the IT infrastructure and all other information systems of an organization. In this context, IT is defined as the macro environment where the information systems are embedded, comprising of IT tools, hardware, software, and networks, people, services, and IT management, which aims to support the business organization at all organizational levels. In the areas of IT, there is a data entry process, the processing of this data, and an output of information. Through this process, one of the main objectives is the cost-efficient process of data to generate information and knowledge. Data processed by information systems has no value for the organization if it cannot be turned into information and knowledge. It will only be generating an expense in storage without being able to offer any benefit or competitive advantage. IT management is essential for the managing of the operations, information and knowledge of the organization, thus helping the company to maintain or expand its economic and social activities. These guidelines should be aligned to the strategies and objectives of the organization. According to the board briefing on IT governance, IT management is the responsibility of the corporate directors and executive management. It is an integral part of corporate governance and consists of leadership, organizational structures, and processes that ensure that the IT of the organization sustains and expands the strategies and objectives of the organization. In order to improve the competitive dimensions of the company and maximize its results, the IT departments assess ways of structuring their governance models in order to fully adapt to the trends and strategic demands of the business, reviewing roles, responsibilities, processes, and procedures, as well as the portfolio of products and services, so that they have complete adherence to the requirements of the competitiveness required in the markets where they operate. Well, the contribution of IT to the business is widely recognized, with value creation of IT investments being one of the most important dimensions. IT is generally seen as contributing significantly to the business, as indicated here in this figure. Value creation of IT investments is the highest scoring dimension. IT's enablement of rapid business change is one of the other end of the spectrum. An inability to enable rapid business change can often be ascribed to issues with the company's enterprise architecture, an issue that many enterprises are addressing via the launch of enterprise architecture initiatives with a specific objective of increasing IT agility and an increasing focus on the governance of enterprise architecture. ISO 20000 is the external framework most frequently mentioned as a basis for enterprise IT approach. The second most commonly cited external framework or standard on which an enterprise bases its IT management approach is ISO 27000, the Information Security Framework or other security standards. So we can see in the top 4 more frameworks used as basis for IT approach. 3 of them is in our subject for this webinar: ITIL, ISO 27000, and COBIT. Overall, it can be stated there is no single framework recognized as the market leader, and organizations tend to look at multiple sources for guidance. Okay, let's start with COBIT. An IT governance framework like COBIT helps enterprise navigate the complexities of managing information, and its infrastructure helps to understand, utilize, implement, and direct important information-related activities, and make more informed decisions through simplified navigation and use. It is developed and maintained by ISACA. COBIT helps IT professionals with tools and expertise to identify critical issues and customize company-specific practice to support the management and governance of information and related technologies. COBIT is being used by tens of thousands of companies and millions of professionals worldwide. It is supported by many regulators and has become the main standard for enterprise governance of IT. COBIT defines responsibility domains and a process structure together with a suggested cascade of linked enterprise, IT and process goals to help identify critical issues relative to enterprise IT. It also provides a knowledge base following the process structure containing practice, metrics, maturity models, and RACI charts. Well, ITIL, Information Technology Infrastructure Library, is the most widely accepted approach to IT service management in the world. ITIL provides a cohesive set of best practices drawn from the public and private sectors internationally. It was developed by the CCTA, which is now incorporated in the Office of Government Commerce, OGC. ITIL describes activities and practices of the service lifecycle in detail, linked to customer business requirements using business metrics and reinforcing continuous improvement. Based on a clear specification and a code of practice, it draws on many other standards and helps managers develop their own IT service management system. ITIL has become the Bible of many IT operational managers. The actual version does not focus on processes like prior version, but rather on services. A service lifecycle forms the heart of version 3. Service strategy, the core, service design, service transition, and service operation, and continuous service improvement. And the widest used framework by far is the current ISO 27000. The 27000 family, okay? It's not 27000, 27002 or 0 or 1, which formally specifies a management system that is intended to bring information security under explicit management control. Being a formal specification means that it mandates specific requirements. Organizations that claim to have adopted ISO 27000 can therefore be formally audited and certified compliant with the standard. The standard evolved from ISO 17799, which itself was based on the British Standard for Information Security, BS 7799. ISO 27000 requires the management systematically examine the organization's information security risks, taking account of the threats, vulnerabilities, and impacts, design and implement a coherent and comprehensive suite of information security controls and or other forms of risk treatment, such as risk avoidance or risk transfer, to address those risks that are deemed unacceptable. Adopt an overarching management process to ensure that the information security controls continue to meet the organization's information security needs on an ongoing basis. It is constructed following a plan, do, check, act model and provides control objectives and controls for information security for several domains. Here are some of them, and we can see asset management, operational security, physical security, cryptographic technology, incident management. So some of them we can see in ITIL too, like incident management. But here the focus is more on security and security management. IT compared with COBIT. When connecting ITIL to COBIT, we found same practice in both standards, but COBIT is broader than ITIL in its scope of coverage. So we can see here this table, and we see a lot of points in common with ITIL and COBIT, as I told you in the last slide. But COBIT is broader, much broader than ITIL in the scope of coverage. ITIL is focused on ITSM and provides much more in-depth guidance in this area. The distinction between the two is sometimes described as COBIT provides the why and ITIL provides the how. It's not completely true, but it's a good sentence to understand at all. Now, with both three standards related, I have some considerations. COBIT and ITIL covers end-to-end business and IT activities, whilst ISO 27000 focuses on IT security management. COBIT provides a holistic framework and complete coverage of practice, whilst ISO 27000 provides guidelines and is a certificable standard. COBIT makes the involvement, responsibilities, and accountabilities of business stakeholders in the use of IT more explicit and transparent, and aligns with ISO 27000. This frame was established by comparing similar control objectives between ITIL, COBIT, and ISO 27000 methodologies. The identification of good practices between the methods was listed by the handling of the approach dealt with by each objective. The critical success factors of the COBIT methodology address a larger number of aspects in comparison to the ITIL and ISO 27000 methodologies. As any process, there are positive and negative points. Some negative points of a methodology may be strengthened by the positive ones of other methodologies. This creates more efficient processes. Many people keep asking me about what should be implemented first to improve the information system management, whether taking COBIT, ITIL, or ISO 27000. And the next question usually is which one is the easiest to be implemented? There is no exact answer about this question, but I think it's really depends on your company and your requirements. Most of companies start to implement COBIT first because it's covered general information system. And after that, they usually choose between ITIL or ISO 27000. Another consideration is about budget and accountability. COBIT implementation usually run from internal audit budget, and ITIL or ISO 27000 are usually performed using IT department budget. This consideration usually makes what kind of standard to implement it first, depending on management policy. And what is the easiest standard? Well, from the implementation view, ITIL is the easiest standard to be implemented, because ITIL could be implemented partially and still not have impact on performance. Example, if IT department is lacked of budget, he could choose to implement IT service delivery layer only, and the next year he will try to implement the IT release management or IT problem management. However, COBIT and ISO 27000 is quite difficult to be implemented partially, since it should see a process in a bigger view first before they could be implemented partially. And how about ISO 20000? Well, back to basics. ITIL is a library, a set of best practices, described processes and functions in a service life cycle path. It is mostly descriptive, not prescriptive. Life is full of possibilities with ITIL. You can, but you don't have to implement any of the processes, or all, or none. Although ITIL was often addressed as standard in IT service management, it is important to state that ITIL is a best practice library, is not a standard. ITIL is full of advice, what you could, sometimes should do, what would be best, and so on. It does not have hard requirements about what has to be done in order to comply. Therefore, ITIL is not fully auditable. ISO 20000, on the other hand, is an auditable norm. It has hard requirements which have to be met. It provides a full set of processes a company has to implement if it wishes to obtain a certificate. A bit more precisely, the norm has two main parts. Part 1 is requirements, what shall be done, and Part 2, a code of practice, a guidance as to how it should be done in more detail. Another important aspect, the ITIL certification path is created for individuals. People study and pass foundations, intermediate, and expert levels. They get the certificate and take it with them. ISO 27000 is focused on the IT service organization. It helps to capture knowledge about IT service as an intellectual property of the company and helps individual employees to get buy-in a day-to-day IT service realm by following a set of simple but strict rules established during a process of preparation for the certification. The pyramid here can be approached from both sides. A question for you is, in the current maturity stage, what would you do first in your organization? Would you go for ITIL implementation or ISO 20000 certification? And another question, how to choose the right vendor? The market has a common answer for these questions, and I'm honest to tell you. Usually the COBIT vendor comes from public accounting firm who has an IT audit arm. Example, PwC, Deloitte, KPMG. This type of vendor is the best choice for COBIT, since they also work for COBIT implementation, derivatives such as COBIT for Sarbanes-Oxley. The other standards, ITIL and ISO 27000, usually comes from general IT consulting company, example IBM, Accenture. And for ISO 27000, most of ITIL network company also could offer this standard consultation. But working at SoftExpert, I have to present you another option. Our solution for both needs, that is called SoftExpert Excellence Suite. SoftExpert Excellence Suite is the most comprehensive solution to collaboratively solve critical business excellence challenges into an integrated multi-application environment. Organizations may not need all applications at once or want to deploy one business initiative at a time, growing gradually as the need arises. Whatever the strategy chosen, only a fully shared business excellence environment allows its applications fit together like puzzle pieces and work seamlessly. SoftExpert Excellence Suite, interconnected applications in a single workplace replaces many isolated management systems that address only a few aspects of a business, leading to costly delays, inefficiencies, and errors caused by duplicated functionality, lack of visibility, and inconsistent information. For IT purposes, ITSM and GRC solutions are the best integrated software solutions for addressing ITIL, COBIT, or ISO 27000 requirements. SoftExpert ITSM and GRC allows organizations of all sizes and in every industry to improve IT governance, optimize service levels, boost productivity, and reduce related costs, align IT infrastructure management with strategic business objectives. SoftExpert empowers organizations with a full set of capabilities to translate IT strategy into operational objectives, driving both behavior and performance, defining and collecting metrics to measure and control business performance and measure progress. As you can see in this screen here, with indicators, charts, monitoring this strategy. It seamlessly integrates service requests with resources, portfolio, and project management. Effectively and efficiently manages IT service requests, resources, budgets, and projects, delivering new IT initiatives on time, budget, and according to specifications. SoftExpert provides a powerful 100% web-based drag-and-drop design tool based on the Business Process Model and Notation, BPMN, allowing for the use of events, process, and task activities, decision gateways, swim lanes, and other features to quickly create executable processes. Process designers and developers can quickly model business process and roles, add users, create user-friendly interfaces and customized forms, and manage enterprise content and related artifacts in a single integrated solution. It also automates the entire incident and problem management lifecycle through a configurable workflow engine, ensuring critical IT service continuity. Analytical reports provide accurate, relevant, and timely information in order to act to ensure compliance and business continuity. Here you can see another screen on a tool for root cause analysis. It's Ishikawa or Fishbone. And SoftExpert is the most comprehensive solution for prioritizing, planning, managing, and executing projects, portfolios, and business initiatives. The software fits any project-focused business applications across the company, such as strategic initiatives and investments, IT projects, product development, innovation and Six Sigma programs, service delivery, asset maintenance, resource capacity planning, software development and implementation, etc. The software helps organizations complete projects on time and within budget by enabling project managers and team members to optimize time and deadline scheduling, resource utilization, milestone and deliverable completion, cost and revenue accounting, etc. And the holistic approach of SoftExpert Suite will show how key items of the organization interact, providing organizations with a clear shared vision of the operating model. This will enable managers to make better decisions, ensure that the right systems are in place, and lead stakeholder efforts to work towards the same operational governance strategy. To support this process, portals providing up-to-date information on the status of the risk and compliance activities can be rapidly created. The solution offers portals to visualize key performance indicators and analyze data in a variety of ways. Well, I'd like to thank to all of you who took part in this presentation. If you have any questions or would like to get in touch, please email me at tobias@softexpert.com. For more webinars, please visit our website www.softexpert.com. See you next time. Bye bye.